The floor goes to Anastasia now. She will introduce you how to organize a conference, and she is the most suitable person to do so.
Yes, so good evening, everyone. I'm very thankful to everybody who is now here, and I'm very thankful to Christos Tsagaris, who actually invited me to be a speaker today. And I'm going to talk about organizing a conference from zero to hero, or how to put together an appealing scientific event. But first of all, before starting everything in your life, you have to answer just three main questions. What are you going to do? How are you going to manage it? And why are you actually planning to do that? I'm a deputy chairman of the organizing committee of the Canadian International Medical Congress. So in my case, what is BIMCO? A few words about BIMCO. Just 5 years ago, when I started my career in organizing committee, we was not a very big conference. We had only 800 participants from 12 countries. But now in 2020, we have 2.5 thousand participants from 50 countries. So this is really a huge amount of participants, and we are extremely proud and happy to conclude that. Actually, how we managed to do that? The organizing committee consists of about 20 people as a core of the organizing committee, and about 100 people who are just volunteers, and they help us to organize everything during the 4 days of the Congress. All the organizing committee is divided into 5 main departments, so let's talk about them. PR Ukraine department. They are in charge of our call center for Ukrainian participants, and actually they call everyone before the conference and ask about the time of arrival, about accommodation, and about any stuff. They provide our participants with all the necessary information before the conference, during the conference, and after that. During the first day, they are in charge of checking for our participants. They know everything about wishes of our participants, and actually they know about everything about statistics. And this process continued till the closing ceremony, and they are also in charge of the main part of the closing ceremony, the ceremony of giving awards. The next department is PR International Department, and as you understand, they are doing something the same, but with the participants from abroad. Actually, their work starts much earlier. First of all, we have to find the partners of our conference and conclude a partnership with them. This year, we have about 30 partners from different countries. And actually, what is the aim of having partners? They share the information about us, we share information about them, and also the partnership agreement require participation of someone from organizing committee in our conference for free. So it may be like a small benefit of being in the organizing committee of BIMCO. Also, they provide an ambassador program. Ambassador program of BIMCO started 3 years ago, and maybe that is the key of our success and the key to find a lot of participants from abroad. Everything started from just an announcement on social media, and after that there was an hours of conversations with our potential ambassadors. And finally, we consider their applications and receive the list of our ambassadors. The further contact with ambassadors is providing in the social media like WhatsApp or Facebook group. After that, as a result of our hard work, we receive a lot of participants, and PR International Department connect with them through our email and of course a call center for international participants. So they also provide all the participants with all the necessary information, and I bet you are not going to have an awkward question after having one conversation with our call center. SMM and informational department. I think you can understand that they are in charge of our Instagram and Facebook page. Every picture, every information which is published here is written by them, and they are looking for the most interesting information in order to invite everyone to take part and to register for BIMCO. Also, the main thing maybe is that they are receiving feedback from our participants, and then this feedback is positive. We are very pleased and happy, and if this feedback is negative, we always take the problem. Also, do you hear me clearly? Because I think that I have not. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Hello. Do
Are
you
you okay?
hear me? Because
Yeah,
I
yes.
see that my connection is, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So, yeah, okay. So if you would like to check the work of our SMM department, you can just use these QR codes and see our Facebook and Instagram page. Also, social department. As you understand, they are in charge of our social program, which includes excursions, city tour, and of course, amazing gala dinner. Also, we meet all the participants. Yes, every participant meets the organizing committee on a railway station or in the airport, and we follow our participant to the place of the registration or to their accommodation, which is also provided by the social department. And of course, the most important part of scientific part of any conference is workshops, which is also provided by this department. So as you can understand, these guys are working really hard during 4 days of the conference. And the last but not the least, the IT and development department. They provide an IT support. They provide our registrational website, registration.bim.co.ua, which allows in an easiest way to send your abstracts and to receive a result. Also, it is our website bim.co.ua, which consists all the necessary information for all the participants about BIMCO, about participation, about the program, about fees and payment, and about anything else. Also, they are looking for our media partners, and we are especially honored to have Novel Math, Lecture, and Ambus as our special partners this year. And this year we also planned to represent an innovation, the BIMCO application, mobile application, BIMCO Mobile, but due to the rapid spread of coronavirus, we changed the format of our Congress, and now it is an online Congress. So we are going to represent BIMCO Mobile next year. So that is a short story how we organize BIMCO, but I think that that is not just a story of BIMCO, that is a universal guideline for any medical conference. But we answered only 2 questions, what and how. We didn't talk about why. So what benefits are you going to get from organizing a medical event? Stress resistance. Yes, sometimes I can swear that organizing an international medical event is the fastest and the greatest way to receive this important skill. Also, teamwork. I think no one can deny that in modern world, especially for a medical practitioner, it is very important to work with another people as a team. And when you're a part of organizing committee, which consists of approximately 100 people, you know how to manage to work with anyone. Also, of course, communication. And you can say that you are going to communicate with the other participants, even if you are a participant as well. But trust me, you are not going to meet everyone during the 4 days of the conference. And when you are organizing committee, you communicate approximately with everyone, and you can conduct really lifelong friendship or just a very important contact during the conference. And three maybe most important things, and maybe that is the reason I am doing that, that is self-realization, self-discipline, and self-improvement. Because I know that I am improving myself during BIMCO is improving, and during BIMCO is growing up, I'm growing up as well. And the priceless feeling is the feeling of success in the last day of the conference when you see your personal result and the result of your teammates, and you can really be very satisfied and happy. And nowadays world is full of opportunities, but you have to always remember that the number of external opportunities is directly proportional to your inner motivation. And also, as it is said by Steve Jobs, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. So I wish everyone to dream bigger, to aim higher, and to love everything that you are doing. And this is the way to be successful. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your very insightful presentation, Anastasia. As an ambassador of BIMCO, I have also learned a lot in terms of organizing and in terms of teamwork and collaborating in an international level. And now the floor is open to questions. We can get a couple of questions if you have about organizing anything from an actual question about the conference you're organizing, or a hypothetical question in case you want to join the organizing committee of an event. So don't be shy.
Hello,
Yes?
I'm Maria. I wanted to ask how difficult was it to take the initiative to start a new conference and on a scale of international scale?
Well, thank you for attention. Actually, each year we was aiming some new level. So it was not just from the beginning the aim to have an international conference. We just did our best at that moment, and we had first like 20 countries, after that 12 after that 20 countries, after that 25 countries, and after that 32 countries, and now 50 countries. And I cannot even imagine what is going to be next year, but I can say that our organizing committee will do our best to grow and continue our work.
Thank you very much.
I also have a question.
Yes.
Thank you for your lecture. It was really helpful. My question is about the PR team. For example, the person who organizes the ambassadors program is the same person that interferes with the designing of the eye-catching logos and.
No. Of course, no. So we have like a very direct aims for all departments, and all the stuff like web design or like graphic design is made by our IT and development design department, because they know how to do that. And of course, people who are communicating with our participants from abroad, these people have a high level of English language, for example. They love to communicate with people, but they do not know actually how to make pictures on Adobe Illustrator or something like that. So that is different people, but we work together within one aim.
Yes, I understand. Thank you very much. And another question, how can we approach the guest lecturers? Not the national doctors or physicians, but the most international ones.
Okay, I understand your question. Thank you. So, well, 2 years ago, for the first time, we invited a lecturer from London, Dr. Zulfikar Mirza. Maybe someone will probably know him. I know. So we also was worrying about that question, but all you have to do is just to start communicate with them. We just send an email, and to be honest, that was me who sent an email. And to be honest, I was not expecting something like a positive answer. I was just trying. But after that, he wanted just to have a talk with me. We had a conversation, and it wasn't one conversation. Maybe we was talking for a month. And after that, he just said, okay, I trust you. I will come to Ukraine and conduct a lecture for your participants. So you have to just believe in yourself and try. Maybe you will have one negative answer and after that positive, or a few negative answers and after that positive. But you will finally reach what you are aiming and dreaming about. So that's the point.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a question, Anastasia. Thank you very much. Excellent. Let me just give you my input into running these conferences online. By nature, every conference is international because it goes on the internet. And guess what? The internet goes everywhere in the world. So essentially, this conference we're having right now, it's just a question of letting people know how to access it. So everything's international. And as far as getting speakers, in my experience, because I put together neurosurgery conferences and other conferences online, is that don't expect everyone to embrace this technology because it's different. It's kind of new to a lot of people. I find that I have to approach 5 speakers before I get one, even to listen to me, even to, to see the idea. And when I do get that person, I usually send them examples of prior conferences. Like Anastasia, you could send this as evidence that you can put on an international conference talk. So, and people will begin to save their video resume. For example, when you present at conferences, you're actually contributing to medical education. And soon it will be rewarded with continuing educational credits and certificates. But of course, there's a way that they judge that. They have to, the committee that issues the certificate has to determine if it's good medical quality stuff. They can't just have anyone just give certificates out. But anyways, that's my experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all for your questions now. Thank you once more, Anastasia, for your lecture.